if you are using, if let's say you have this kind of setup, there is a switch, through this switch you are connected, okay, and you just want to access internet, so there is a router which is further is connected over the internet. This is internet. On internet somewhere is google.com. This is a server of Google, so this is nothing but this is google.com. google.com. Okay, now what you want to do, let's say google.com got IP this 8.8.8.8, which is your public IP, and on your computer you got IP 192.168.1.2. this is your IP. So since you have private IP and this is what public IP, and if you are trying to send that packet from here to here, you won't be able to communicate. The reason, let's say, what is your source IP? In this case, source IP is 192.168.1.2, and where you just want to go, destination IP 8.8.8.a. So by default, any private IP cannot communicate to the public IP. It is a or public IP want to communicate to private, it cannot do. It cannot do. Okay. So if you are trying to send the packet from here to here, okay, the packet would go to this, your default gateway. This is your gateway. I mean, this is router is what? Gateway. Gateway is what? The gate to communicate to other network. Okay. So you are in one network and you just want to go on other network. Okay. So you would send the traffic to your gateway. So right now you are trying to send the traffic to gateway, and gateway is going to look that what is your source IP. Source IP is a private IP, and where you just want to send on the public IP. So immediately gateway is going to drop it right now. The traffic would get dropped. The reason is your private IP is not routable over the internet. Then how you would routing your traffic? For example, you can see on my computer, I got one IP of one IP on my computer. That's something like that, 192.168. I think 47 or something like that. Okay, 47.1. This is the IP of my system, and now I'm able to access internet without any issue. This is the private IP, right? But still I'm able to access internet without any issue. The reason is the the router is doing a NAT for me. This is NAT is nothing but this is network address translation. Network address translation. So over here, your router would look you, okay, you poor guy want to access internet. Let's do the network address translation so that you can access internet. Okay. So this router is very intelligent. Okay. Here you would see the netting rule, which is translating your private IP into public. And then when you do Google, what is my IP? What is my IP? When you search this on Google, what it is showing you? It is showing you private IP. Sorry, it is showing you public IP, not your private IP. The reason is netting is happening, and Google is able to detect that, okay, you are coming from the netted IP. So that's your public IP. Okay. I hope you got this concept. A private IP is not routable over the internet. So to make it routable, we are using netting, or and where netting would happen on the gateway through, I'm just going out. So I'm just going to show you, there is some command which you can run to trace this and to understand your gateway. So I'm just going to show you. I'm trying to ping google.com without any issue. I'm trying to ping it. I'm able to access it. Okay. The reason is there is a gateway which is doing a netting for me. So I'm just going to show you what is my gateway. So using this tracert command, tracert, you can check entire path. So if I try to run tracert space google.com, so it is going to tell me that first of all, my traffic is going where, and then traffic is going where. So my traffic, first of all, is going on this IP. This is what? This is my gateway IP. This is nothing but this is gateway IP, and this gateway is doing a translation for me, right? So since on my system, I'm using IP version 6, right? So that's why it is showing IP version 6. If I do tracert space any website which is running on IP version 4, for example, this website, never neighborsl.com. So it should showing me the complete path. This is my gateway IP version 4, and this is the public IP. Okay, so this gateway, my gateway is only doing, translation. Netting, it is done by my gateway. So I hope you got why private IP is free, because you can use them within the LAN. Okay, so one more fact about private IP and public IP, I'm writing over here. The public IP is unique over WAN. So for example, if I got my public IP, let's say I got some public IP, so same public IP some other cannot get. So let's say this is the public IP. This is the public IP of google.com. So this is unique to google.com only. Other one cannot use this public IP. So public IP is unique over the WAN, and the private IP will be unique in LAN. So on LAN, private IP would remain unique. Okay. All right. So moving to next one, that is subnetting. So I don't know how much you have learned the subnetting earlier. But we have to understand subnetting. Subnetting, I think this is one of the great topics. So I would pick up tomorrow this subnetting. Okay, how you can do the subnetting. Okay, or if you have already learned about the subnetting earlier, please let me know, because that is part of your network plus syllabus. If not, so we will cover this. So have you learned subnetting earlier?
Not really, sir.
Okay, I would explain tomorrow. It's in very well. Okay, because it's not half our topic, so I would just skipping this. I'm just going to show you some practical, okay, so that you can understand that how your private IP and public IP works. Okay, and probably I would explain DSCP as well. Mohammed, did you say something?
Yes. How time finish this course?
How long? It would take 30 to 45 days.
No. Finish this class.
Subnet. Yeah, overall, this is going to take 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks.
Can you change time tomorrow?
What time?
Mm, tomorrow, class, tomorrow. Can you change time?
Janvi, are you okay for
Yes, sir, I would
any
be
other
okay with
slot?
that.
Okay, so what time do you want, Mohammed?
In case 8. But I don't know what is time from in India.
India, it's a 6:34 right now.
طيب, any problem at this time?
On which one?
Any problem in this time?
I mean, you want to join earlier, or you just want to join later? I mean, this is right now. Your time is scheduled between 5 to 7 p.m. IST. Sorry. So, what time you want on your convenience?
Okay, 7.
7.
Mm.
7 p.m.
Yes.
2 hours later. Okay, let me ask Joya if she is okay, because we have on any other batch. So I would ask that schedule from 7 p.m.
Okay.
7 to 9 p.m.
7 to 9.
Oh yeah, IST. So where are you right now? What's your location, Mohammed?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Okay. Riyadh. To IST. So 7 p.m. would be 4:30 for you. Is that fine? 4:30 to 7 p.m. would be 4:30 for you.
طيب. Can you start 8?
8. Okay. 8 is 5:30. Okay.
It's very good this time.
This is okay.
But you is any issue for you?
I mean, at 8, I don't think we have any issue. But let me just ask Joya, because maybe any other batch as well.
Okay. Ask.
Yeah. So let me just.
This is it's a good time.
This is good time. Okay.
Yes.
That means for you it would be 6:30. 8. Okay. It should be 4. 8:30. Sorry, for you I think it's a 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 for you. Okay, so let me talk to Joya. If she is agree, so definitely she would inform you. Let me just send a message to her.
Thank you.
Not an issue. Okay, I send message to Joya. She might be replying mail. Okay, so if this is possible, definitely let you know. If not possible, so we will go on regular time. and you may refer to recording. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. All right. So yeah. So next topic is subnetting. But before subnetting, I just wanted to show you some practical. So let's go here and show you some practical again. So I would use same topology, and you can see here on this IP configuration. Uh, right now, what is IP is defined 192.168.1.1, and what is on other machine IP is defined 192.168.1.2. So what if I put the same IP as I have put on the PC0 and try to do that, and then try to send the packet? If you are using same IP on both computer, so it is showing IP is there, but it is showing not functional port. The port is not functional. The reason is the IP is conflicting. So okay, so if you use same IP within the LAN, so this would be conflicting. So you must use a unique IP address over here on the LAN as well. For example, I'm just using 192.168.1.1 over here, and on another machine I'm just using 192.168. 192.168.1.2. So that's fine. I mean, this is okay. Other thing, why we required a subnetting? So I would let you know. I have one assigned this IP over here, and over here as well, I have assigned another private IP. For example, 10.0.0.1, and subnet mask. Let's say 255.255.0.0.0. So 10.0.0.1, and subnet mask is this, and I have just assigned this IP, and now I'm trying to send the packet. The packet is failed over here. The reason is network, they are not in same network, they are in different network, and that's why this is not going. So that's why we require to understand subnetting very well, okay, so that we would be able to identify that whether they are on same network, whether they are on different network, okay, how we can increase the network size, how we can decrease the network size. So that would help in subnetting. So if you know subnetting very well, so you would be able to understand. Okay, so let me just talk about subnetting. So if you understand the subnetting, so you would be able to I mean, in very well, you would be able to understand network range. Okay, range you would be able to understand, size you would be able to understand. Okay, network ID you would be able to understand, and broadcast ID. All these things you would be able to understand. Okay, so I would cover this subnetting part tomorrow, because this is one of the great thing. Okay, this is really important to go in the CCNA. Okay, so this is very important topic. But before that, I would just give you some task. Okay, the task is to download this Cisco Packet Tracer, this software, and try to make one LAN connection. Okay, what is your task? Create a simple LAN. Okay, create a simple LAN topology in Packet Tracer. Okay, So if we talk about simple LAN, that means this kind of LAN you need to create, okay? And you have to use four computer, okay? And you should need to connect these four computer in that topology. And you need to make sure that the communication between them is happening. Would you able to do tomorrow? This is your we can say this is your homework. So you can download this Cisco packet tracer, okay? Show me tomorrow, or okay, this kind of simple LAN topology, okay? You can do the screen sharing. You can show me that packet is going or not going, okay? So simply, I hope you both are using a computer laptop to connect to this Zoom meeting. So on Zoom meeting itself, you can show me that this is the simple LAN I have created, and you can put four computer there, and you can show me that the communication is happening.